The forest path beckoned invitingly. Leaves crunched under his boots. Each step was exhilarating and freeing. He, the seasoned hiker, was at peace with nature. Sunlight dappled through the canopy. Birdsong filled the air around him. He breathed deeply, savoring the scent of pine and earth. This was his element. He consulted his map, a familiar ritual for him, but a thrill shot through him suddenly. He would stray from the marked path today. Adventure awaited him. The sun dipped below the tree line, casting a golden hue over the dense forest. The sky transitioned from a brilliant orange to a deep purple, signaling the end of the day. Shadows stretched long and eerie, transforming the familiar woods into a realm of mystery and uncertainty. He hadn't noticed the time fly by, engrossed in the beauty of nature. Now the encroaching darkness brought a sense of urgency. His heart pounded, a drumbeat against the silence. He was lost, and the forest seemed to close in around him. Panic welled, threatening to consume him. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig amplified his fear. He had to find shelter fast. The temperature was dropping, and the forest was no place to be unprepared. Frantically, he rummaged through his backpack, hoping to find something that could help him through the night. The beam of his flashlight flickered weakly, threatening to plunge him into darkness. He prayed it would hold out just a little longer. He shivered, the night air turning cold. The forest, once a place of adventure, now felt like a looming threat. Then through the trees, a shape emerged. A cabin. It stood there, almost camouflaged by the dense foliage, as if it had been waiting for someone to discover it. The structure looked ancient, its wooden frame weathered by countless seasons. A flicker of hope ignited within him. His heart raced with a mix of relief and apprehension. Could this be the sanctuary he so desperately needed? He stumbled towards it, desperate for refuge. Each step felt heavier than the last, his exhaustion almost overwhelming. The promise of shelter pushed him forward. The wooden door creaked open on rusty hinges. The sound echoed in the stillness, a reminder of how long it had been since anyone had entered. Dust motes danced in the musty air. His unease returned. The cabin, though offering shelter, felt like a relic of forgotten times. The silence was heavy, oppressive. It pressed down on him, making the air feel thick and hard to breathe. His gaze fell upon the walls, covered in portraits. Each face seemed to tell a story, their expressions frozen in time. Their eyes seemed to follow him. It was as if they were watching his every move, judging his presence. He felt a chill crawl down his spine. Was he truly alone? The question lingered in his mind, making him second-guess his decision to seek refuge here. He paced the cabin floor, torn between two equally terrifying choices: stay the night, trapped with unseen eyes watching his every move, or brave the darkness outside, risking the unknown dangers lurking in the forest. Exhaustion won over his fear. He lay down on the dusty bed, unable to shake the feeling of being watched. The cabin's silence was deafening. The portraits loomed in the darkness, their eyes seemingly following his every move. Sleep came fitfully, plagued by nightmares that felt all too real. He tossed and turned, unable to find peace. Dawn broke, painting the cabin in a soft light that did little to ease his troubled mind. He woke with a gasp, heart hammering in his chest, the remnants of his nightmares still clinging to him. Then he saw it, the truth that had eluded him all night. The portraits were not paintings, they were windows, cleverly disguised to deceive, and in each one, a pair of eyes stared back, watching him intently, revealing the true nature of his eerie night.